Hi, I'm Bill Ryan, and this is Dan Winter from Toward Harmony Tai Chi and Qigong in Northampton, Massachusetts. This is the fourth video in our series on how to sit in a chair in the ideal way so as to realize optimal energy, or what the Chinese would call qi flow in your body. So in previous videos, I've gone over the basic alignments of how to sit, and also how to engage from your feet all the way up to the bottom of your rib cage and elongate and create more space in the lower part of your body. Now, what I want to teach you in this video is I want to teach you about an exercise that we call the quad bend or the quad fold. The quad is this area of the body. I'm going to ask Dan to bring his arms up so that you can see this area of the body as he does things. So the quad is this area, what we would call the inguinal groove or the bikini cut, right in here where the upper leg comes up and meets the bottom of your belly, basically. And this is important because your hip joints are located right inside. Along this line, your hip joints are located right inside there. And this particular exercise, you're going to use the ability to just swivel at those hip joints to bring your body forward. This is something you might do when you first sit down in order to kind of stimulate and kind of awaken your hips and lower back. It can be used while you're sitting to reestablish good alignments and to kind of wake your body up. It can be used as an exercise by itself, just as a really gentle stretch for your lower back. So it's called the quad fold, and what you do is, once you've established the kind of slight pressure on the bottoms of the feet, and this kind of sense of getting longer from your knee into your quad, through your quad, and then creating space, like I talked about in video 3, creating space in your midriff. Once you've kind of established that, the next key thing that you really want to do for this exercise is to kind of feel from the bottom of your pelvis up to the top of your head. But along there is the spine, which is slightly back of the center line of that line. And you want to kind of play now with the sense of your spine. Think of your spine, which basically runs from the base of the skull to the tip of his tailbone down here. Think of that as like a piece of bamboo. A piece of bamboo, it'll flex, but it won't bend or break. So there's going to be a little bit of flexion, but what you don't want your spine to do in this exercise is to bend in any way. So the way you do the exercise, and Dan can bring his arms down now. The way you do the exercise is you feel where you're sitting on the sit bones of your body. You're kind of balanced there, as I've talked about in previous videos. And wants to feel this sense of his spine like a piece of bamboo. I'm going to help him kind of get the link there. Then what you do is you swivel through your sit bones, and you're going to do it in such a way you're actually going to feel the sit bones roll on the chair, which is why I took away the cushion and have Dan sitting on a flat chair so he can really feel the bottom of his pelvis. And he's going to roll the pelvis forward. The movement initiates from the pelvis. Roll the pelvis forward in such a way that just brings the whole spine forward. So it's like folding at the quad area. It enables then the spine to come forward. And I'll stop him right here. Some people might be able to do the quad fold very far. Others might just be able to do it an inch or two. And gradually over time, as you loosen your body up, you may be able to do more. And then what you would do then to come back up is not lift your shoulders and back and arch your back, but to just roll your pelvis back up, which will then bring your head up. So all the motion is initiated here from basically the floor of your pelvis and the swiveling in your hip joints. You know you're not doing it correctly when you bring your upper body forward, but you don't feel your pelvis roll at all. What's happening now is he's bending in this part of his spine. And that's not what we want. We want to keep the spine totally stable so all the movement is coming from the soft tissues and the rolling of the joints. So if we bring Dan back up, and we start again, he'll now roll forward, feeling like the pelvis is rolling. You'll actually feel the pelvis roll on the chair. And you come as far forward as is comfortable. So it's a stretch, but no strain. You might feel a gentle stretching of soft tissues, but no sense of strain anywhere in your body, mentally, emotionally, or physically. And then when he rolls back up, he's got to come back up very carefully to feel that he's actually rolling the pelvis. And when the pelvis stops rolling, his head stops moving. The two are moving completely in unison. Does this make any sense? I hope so. All your body is moving as one unit. The only moving part is your two your two hip joints here. And the bottom of the pelvis rolling as a result. So let's try it again. Now Dan will do it by himself. He's going to roll forward. He's going to feel, oh, things are stretching. They feel nice. Everything's releasing, not collapsing anywhere. And just as he starts to feel like they might, that's when he stops. So there's no sense of pulling or working anything too hard. It's very relaxed and very gentle. And now here's the tricky part, is coming back up. Because it's so easy if you've been used to lifting yourself up with your shoulders and your back muscles in the back. This is a very different motion. It's just to roll your pelvis back up and just let this be brought up. Much like those kids' punching bags that they used to have that had sand on the bottom, and you hit them and they roll, and then they all come back up as a unit. Because everything is based at the bottom of the punching bag. Or like a bowling ball pin. It's very heavy at the bottom, more light up through the pin. So we'll just have Dan do it again. He rolls forward. As long as his pelvis is moving, that allows his head to move the spine. He's got a big motion now. You may only have a couple of inches when you first start to play with this. And now he's going to roll back up, being careful not to initiate the motion from his head or his back. Instead, to feel that the moment when his pelvis stops rolling, that's when his head stops moving. And there's a very gentle motion that, as I said, you can do when you've been sitting for a while, or as a warm-up when you first begin to sit, in order to get the chi, the energy starting to flow and move in your body. Because these alignments and these exercises that I'm teaching you can help you keep the chi moving through your body even while you're sitting. So thanks for checking in. If you'd like more information about these practices, you can read in our teacher, Bruce Frantzis' book, Open the Energy Gates of Your Body. Okay, see you the next time.